What's up, you guys? SlimXTeamSymmetry here to bring you guys an episode of Slim Chat today. I know it's been a really long time since I've done a personal video for you guys, and I do apologize. I know as of late, most of my videos have been pretty repetitive, a lot of deck profiles. YCS San Mateo took place last weekend, and basically myself, Inch95, my little sister Starstrike Duelist, and my brother Vexy, like that's all we've been doing. We've just been uploading the deck profiles for you guys. We got a lot of videos. I was really impressed by how much we were able to get content-wise. Really happy. You know, big shout out to all the players that topped, and just a big thank you to all of them for taking the time to do profiles with us. You know, we really do appreciate it. We were taking them into the cafe that the San Mateo Convention Event Center had, so that was the best way to do it. We were able to bring them there to be comfortable, sit down and do profile their deck. So you know, big shout out to everyone that topped. You know, big shout out to Melvin for winning. Unfortunately, I had to leave. Alex and I had to leave when the winner was announced. So the reason why we weren't in that deck profile is that we had already left. But big shout out to my little sister and brother Vexy for getting that deck profile, as well as other Yu-Gi tubers that were there that got the deck profile. You know, it was Dragon Rulers, and you know, thinking about it, like that is going to be basically the topic of today's episode. I haven't talked to you guys in a while, and I want to talk about a couple things, but I think the main thing I'm going to talk about is the lack of diversity in this game and the reason why it's happening. So I'm going to start with the very basics. So a lot of people, the most common thing I get these days is, please don't post any Dragon Ruler deck profiles. Please, we don't want to see them. You know, I see that, and you know, I kind of just ignore it. Reason being is, you know, if you comment with that, you know, it's irrelevant, honestly. Like, please don't waste your time. Don't waste your time typing it. No one gives two shits if you say that. Like, that's the honest truth. The reason being is, unfortunately, these four retards are the reason why this deck is just the fucking nuts. They're too easy to get. The deck is like, you can't kill the deck. You take away baby dragons, you give them a ravine. I mean, come on. Like, honestly, like, it's kind of crazy. I was thinking to myself, you know, when Dragon Rulers won Worlds, granted they were going to win Worlds regardless unless Keener won and Spellbooks won, but I noticed something, and that was that the winner, the winner used Dragon's Ravine, and I thought to myself, you know, at the time being, I completely ignored the fact that Dragon's Ravine was probably one of the best cards ever, and then I thought, oh my god, you know, he can set up all four colors in like a turn or two. That's pretty crazy. And it got me thinking, you know, if people caught on to Ravine, you know, how good the deck would be. And, you know, sure enough, it happened. I know a lot of people had already talked about Ravine, but a lot of people ignored it too outside of Dragoonity. So it was really interesting to see that that was the build that won, the build that made Ravine. So I really found that to be quite interesting in the long run of things, for the fact that Dragon Rulers would eventually rely on Ravine as their babies and as their main engine of the deck outside of the draw cards. So, like, back on like the main topic, so the lack of diversity in this game, literally 90% of the videos on YouTube when there's a winner announced, it's Dragon Rulers. Call it whatever the hell you want. Call it Dragon Rulers, Plant Rulers, Dragoonity Rulers, whatever you want to call it. They're still dragons. Dragoonity is maybe the only exception for the fact that they do run ducks, they do run Mistletoe, they do run different things. My boy Welchie ran his crazy Garuda, you know, wombo combo turn 1 deck. That was like the most diverse thing we saw in Lines of Dragons. Like, honestly, like, it doesn't get more diverse than that, because unfortunately Dragon Rulers are a set in stone deck that is going to run the way it wants to run. There have been some innovations, the addition of Trigon, which a lot of people have caught on to, Billy Break, Robert Boyage, and they were the ones that started that trend, and now it's a very popular thing. You guys saw Billy Break's third place deck profile running Trigon again, you know, taking out the Blue Eyes engine. That's another engine you can run in the deck. You can run Whitestone, a Legend, you can run Blue Eyes White Dragon. That was the build I was running. I told everyone when I was at San Mateo, if people were wondering, I made it all the way to round, it was like round 7, round 8, and I ended up losing. I lost to Fossil Dyna, Iron Wall. Like, it was a nightmare. There was literally nothing like I could do. I didn't draw anything to get out of it, and I only ran Dragon Rulers for the fact that I didn't have anything else really like on call that I could use. I was finishing up Evil Sworns. I was trying to make other decks. I just couldn't finish a deck in time. And one of my really good friends literally just lent me the entire deck. He plopped down the entire deck in front of me because I lent out my 12 big dragons that I have now. I have them back. I lent them to my really good friend Nima, and he used dragons for the event. So for the time being, I was only playtesting against dragons. I wasn't even playtesting with dragons. I got the deck, I play tested it like 3 days, like seriously just 3 days of testing. I skipped 2 days of testing because I had stuff to do, and then I literally just went into the event and said, fuck it, you know, whatever happens, happens. And I did run the Blue Eyes engine. I'm not going to deck profile it. You guys don't want to see fucking dragons. I'll tell you straight up, it was these guys, it was a bunch of Ravines, a bunch of draw cards, and Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like, that was the best part. Like, honestly, Blue Eyes White Dragon was the best part of the deck, just because it was Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, I mean, it was nothing innovative at all. And that's just like one thing, is that unfortunately the reality is, you know, why is there such a lack of diversity in the game? The reason is that Dragon Rulers are the #1 deck, and it's not for the fact that they're the best. Like, let's face it, the deck's really good. The deck is stupid good. The ability to just bring up all these beaters for free, the ability to just flip return is ignorant. One of my good friends and I who played round 4, it was either round 4 or round 5, both sided out return against each other after we had beaten each other once each. So we're going into game 3. We said, let's side out return. We both did it. We both verified that we did, and we played the game without return to see how the game would go. And trust me, it's a lot better without return. You don't have to rely on that sack factor to win. You don't have to be in fear of that card getting flipped on you and you almost auto lose. So it's like, if you took away a return, like, the deck would still be good, but it wouldn't have that sack factor that it does. It wouldn't have the major sack factor that it does. But I think the #1 reason, the #1 thing I want you guys to take away from this video is that, sadly, the #1 reason why there are so many Dragon Ruler decks, there are so many videos with Dragon Rulers, and the Dragon Rulers are always winning, they're most of the time going to be the most represented deck. And that's something that I wanted people to understand, is that anyone who can get a hold of dragons that wants to play them and wants to do well is going to do it. I'm guilty of that myself, for the fact that I didn't have a deck completed. I had no really where to turn. I was thinking of putting together some stupid deck before I went into San Mateo, and when given the option between dragons and the alternative, I took dragons for the fact that I thought it would last a lot longer. I originally used Black Wings at a regional, and I ended up getting a bye like round 8, which like cost me my invite slot. So literally, I just was literally salty the entire time about that, for the fact that I get to round 9, I 2-0 my opponent in 10 minutes, and it means jack shit at that point. So another thing is, I put down Black Wings, and I want there to be a format where Black Wings are like the shit, where like we don't have to just go up against dragons all day. Like, honestly, if dragons didn't exist, Black Wings would be such a solid deck. Like, seriously, it's not even the thing. You know, dragons do lose to Black Wings. I can beat dragons with Black Wings. Sometimes you just get sacked the fuck out by return. I've gotten returned on turn 3 and lost. Like, you can't do anything about it sometimes. But I feel that the problem being is that most people are going to play the deck. It's going to cause a lack of diversity, and it's going to make it because it's the most represented deck. And that's something I just want people to understand. I'm not trying to condone for the dragon players. I don't want to play dragons anymore. I'm not playing dragons anymore. I literally have the 12 dragons, and whatever I choose to do with them is my own decision. But I do feel that I hope that in time, you know, we'll see a more diverse format, like hopefully next format. My hopes for next format is that it kind of reverts back to where water was the best deck, and other decks were, you know, trying to compete against water. I feel that a lot of decks can take advantage of these elemental dragons. If you take away E-Dragons as a deck, and you take away all the draw cards, all the ravines, everything, and you just leave the dragons, maybe even, I don't know, like if they're going to semi-limit them, I don't know what the hell they're going to do to them. But I feel that these cards could be really beneficial in other decks. I've played against Redox Gadgets. It's really good. I played against Redox Psychics. It's really good. Earth-based decks. I played against Tempest Dragoonities. It's really good. I've played against Mermails that run Tidal. It's really good. I played against Firefist, Lavels, battling boxers that all ran blasters. It's really good. The decks have potential. The problem is that no one's going to run them when you have the alternative of just running all the dragons together and just return your way to victory. Like, honestly, that's the sad thing, and that's why we have such a lack of diversity, is the deck's really easy. The deck is simple. If you get Ravine, you just keep pitching till you have your colors set up. You banish, you return, you win the game most of the time. I mean, sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes you'll get open-ended hands, you'll get shitty hands, but it's rare that it happens. You usually be able to play your way out of it. So I feel that going into the next format, I hope that it's more diverse. I hope dragons do get hit. Not the dragons themselves, but I hope the support cards. I think Ravine needs to go. I feel 7-star Sword needs to go. Either to 1 or something. Just something to slow down the deck. There'll always be a variant of dragons, but I just hope it's not as OP as it is right now. I feel that if you get rid of return, #1, it'll solve a lot of problems. Because the problem is that it's such a sack factor in the game that, I mean, honestly, like, it kind of makes it unfair to play. Because, like, oh, you open return, okay, they don't get rid of it after, like, turn 2. Banish a couple colors, whatever colors you want. Banish 2 blasters for a blaster, flip return, you have 3 blasters, like, the fuck? Like, seriously. So, that's pretty much it. That's all I really want to talk about. Just to give you guys, like, a general idea of my thoughts on the game right now, is that, you know, you can still play. I'm playing Evil Sworn. Like, I've never played Evil Sworn before. I'm actually going to do a deck profile for you guys because I have no idea what I'm doing with the deck. Like, seriously, I'm opening Rabbit a lot, which is nice. Like, I'm a total sack. I open Rabbit a lot just because my bunnies love me, but my bunny, actually, because they put my bunny into 1. But anyways, I'm gonna profile that for you guys. I hope you guys will help me with the deck. I have no idea what I'm doing with it. I'm just throwing a bunch of random shit in there. My friend Brian Cornales is helping me with it, so big shout out to him. He's helping me build the deck because I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, I'm not giving up on this format. I feel that there's a lack of diversity, yes, but I feel that as a community, as the format continues to shape out, like if people are deciding to turn away from dragons and deciding to build other things, we'll see a lot of innovation. I'll tell you guys straight up, I played against more Dolces now than I ever thought I would. The deck is good, the deck is annoying, and the deck is good. Like, I did 2-0 it when I played it at San Mateo, but I sacked the guy, and he knows I did too. I told him, I'm like, I'm sorry, I drew a return. Like, I felt stupid. Like, he was supposed to win that game, but, you know, you draw a return, like, you know, seriously, like, fuck that. Like, it's dumb, but anyways, I feel a lot of decks have potential, and in the comments below, like, share the decks you hope that will have potential this format and next format. If we completely ignore dragons and just put, like, dragons in their own potential archetypes, how do you feel the format will shape up? So let me know what you guys think. You know, thumbs up the video. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't done, like, a lot of personal videos. Just been really busy with school. I only have, like, 12 classes left till I graduate, so pretty psyched for that. Trying to finish out you guys so I can graduate and become a boring adult, even though I'll never become boring because that would suck. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, thumbs it up. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below what you feel is another reason that there's a lack of diversity. I've tried to cover all the points I can make, all the points I wanted to hit in this video, and I hope that you guys will understand where I'm coming from, that even though I did play dragons, I feel that the deck is just, like, honestly, it's not that fun to play. It really isn't. It's not that fun to play anymore. Like, I have more fun opening Rabbit and sacking people with Rabbit and Heliotropes than I do opening, like, Ravine colors and returns. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I'm weird. But anyways, let me know what decks you guys think have potential. Comment below what decks you're working on, and hopefully we will see more diversity in the upcoming format. But that's what today's episode was about: lack of diversity, why it happens, and honestly, there's nothing we can do right now, but hopefully in the new banlist season we'll be able to. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs it up. Thank you for watching.